I'm going to show you a clip now which went viral over the weekend. This features what is called an American Bully XL dog, and it attacked a number of people. Let's have a look.
If you're listening on the radio, what you can see here is a group of people surrounding this dog, trying to wrestle the dog off somebody who had been attacked. We know that an 11-year-old girl was the first victim in this incident, and the dog then ran across to a petrol forecourt where it attacked two further people. There's the petrol forecourt if you're watching it on the screen.
So this is Birmingham, is it?
Horrendous. Yeah, this was in Birmingham. And it took many people. There's a man there with a broom trying to get the dog off. Very brave of the people who are trying to help. And look, that dog giving chase of this poor man who falls to his feet as he tries to escape from this American Bully XL.
And that footage being shot from inside a bus there on that situation. So dogs like that have been blamed for rises in violent attacks, and there's warnings that years of inbreeding and violent training have made the Bully XL really dangerous.
Well, the Home Secretary has weighed into this argument. She's come out, Suella Braverman, saying enough is enough. We need to ban these. It doesn't come under her job title, though. This is down to the Department for Environment and Food and Education. So we're asking this morning, what do you think? Are you with the Home Secretary on this time to ban them? Joining us this morning is Dr. Lawrence Newport. He's a legal academic who thinks we absolutely should.
And there you have Mark Riley. Mark's a volunteer at Rocky's Army who disagrees. Tell us about Rocky's Army then, Mark. Well, what is that organisation?
Yes, we're a support group for people whose dogs are seized by the police under the current legislation. Mostly dogs that are seized not really for being out of control, but dogs that are seized as suspected banned breeds.
But why do you not think that these dogs should be banned? The case against them seems pretty strong.
But it's on what's been portrayed in the media. I mean, every breed is capable of being dangerously out of control, no matter what breed it is. And all we're going to do, if we ban the XL Bully, we're just adding to a list that already is not working.
Well, let's bring Dr. Lawrence Newport in all of this. I mean, surely you have to be able to distinguish between breeds. I mean, it's just a fact, isn't it, that certain breeds are bred to be gentle, to be soft, to be family animals. Certain breeds are, through, several generations and deliberate breeding, become more aggressive for fighting or whatever it might be. There is a differential, isn't there?
Yes, I mean, retrievers retrieve, pointers point, and fighting dogs fight. And these dogs were bred from fight-winning dogs in the 70s and 80s and early 90s, actually. And over time, these dogs were then bred perhaps with larger crosses. We're not entirely sure. But if you look at their pedigrees, they are inbred over and over for larger and larger sizes. These dogs were fighting dogs, bred to fight. So we shouldn't be surprised that that is what they do.
Mark, sorry, where do you get a dog like this? I mean, you just can't go down to the local pet shop and buy it. Where do these dogs come from, these XLs? Can you hear me, Mark? Eamon here. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes, yeah. Hi, sorry, yeah.
I was just asking you how you get hold of one, and what would you pay for one?
Prices vary depending on which, who the breed it is, but people mostly buy online or through other organisations, like you can with any breed. You see dogs advertised regardless of where you go, any social media, advertising in the newspapers or like the pet shops, things that are online at the moment.
Mark, how do you think this problem should be tackled? Because if you say, it's not working just adding breeds to a banned list, what would work? Because you can't presumably think that the current situation is okay, where people are being attacked in the streets, particularly children.
Nobody being attacked in the street is acceptable, regardless, again, of what breed it is. You just try and single out one breed here, but this happens with every type of breed of dog, regardless of what it is.
Yeah, but the difference is, Mark, I may survive a bite on the ankles from a Chihuahua, but I'm not going to survive when an XL gets its teeth into my thigh.
But again, everyone's trying to playing this one breed of dog. It's not one breed of dog. You could be attacked by any big dog that could cause a lot of damage. So do you then ban anything that's tall than a Chihuahua?
OK, well, Dr Lawrence Newport's shaking his head.
If we ban the XL Bully, but if we ban the XL Bully, what next? That just another breed will come along, and do we just keep going and keep going? All we're doing here by banning breeds is put a plaster over the problem. No one is coming and dealing with what really needs to be dealt with. Better
Dr.
education, more training.
The American Bully has only been in the country since about 2018. It has led to the single largest amount of deaths to dogs since records began in the UK. It's responsible for over 70% of all fatalities since 2021. It's responsible for nearly 50% of all attacks. In July, there was one dog every day killed by an American Bully. We've logged at least 350 or more attacks by this breed. It is not the case that it's the same as other large breeds. If you want to, for instance, look at a Great Dane, Great Danes are about 80 kilograms. They're huge. You can't find a single person killed by a Great Dane in the UK. If it was...
I have to say, the doctor talking there convinces me. That's all I need to hear. We don't need them. Why do you want them?
It's like any different breeds. People like different breeds, and you can't tell people what they can and can't like.
But you can.
Of course you can.
Of course
you
you
can't walk
can.
around with a gun in the streets just because you fancy it.
But if you ban the XL Bully and another breed then is created, you also then just push scrupulous breeders, bad breeders underground where the police cannot monitor them.
OK, well, listen, Dr Lawrence still shaking his head. We have to leave it there. I'm pretty sure people at home will have their views on all of this morning. I have to say, I'm with you, Eamon, and with you, Dr Lawrence. There's absolutely no need. The clue is in the name, an XL Bully, devil dog. As you say, 70% of the issues have been around at their fault. So why bother? Why have them? That's where it should,
See, would
I'm
you
all
see?
for a ban.